It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside. This outside dog. Ever since
We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Today, the first of 3 on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Set to bring this to you, Kaimi Fairbairn, getting this one started. And through the snowflakes, we are off from Foxborough. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Running with, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Crazy. Here goes 5.
Throwing right away, it's May. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Taslam. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Crazy.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Crazy.
They're going. It's May. He's going to let this one go deep. He's going to have the Pats' 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Can't. 5. Crazy.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That is pulled in at the 5. And he'll take slog. Touchdown, New England.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs, and now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd, and you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
On the quick, right? 18.
Stroud gonna throw right away. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time, and it'll be second down.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end, it's Schultz. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here we go.
On the give, this is Mixon. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Oh, ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. On 2nd down, Stroud. That one is caught by Collins.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 5. Hey, what's up? Crazy. Hey, get.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. Room to run at the 35. Still going. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, New England.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. He'll work forward for a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
What's that? Ready, what's that? Crazy, 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 crazy.
1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Working out of the gun. It's May. That's caught by Tesla. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
on the handoff. This is Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
May to throw on second down. Left side, he's got Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
3rd and 4.
Crazy. Hey, go you.
On third down, they go with Cook. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's taken in, and he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
The 28-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here goes throw.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this.
Here goes throw. Hey, what's that? Torpedo.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he will score! Touchdown, Patriots. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Patriots 48-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down with Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the, well, sure, guess is as good as mine. Why don't we just say gain about 3 yards?
It's now 2nd and
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw is Stroud. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Here we go.
Down Stroud. The second down throw is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Where's the high? 18.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Fourth down, and on comes Jaime Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Throwing is Stroud. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He's found his receiver, Butte.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
At the 34-yard line.
On second down, it's May. On the move left. He keeps it himself. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Crazy. Five. Crazy.
May gonna look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Five. Crazy.
To throw is May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. New England going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Throwing on second down. May. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And third down coming up.
Crazy.
Here's May. Quick throw, taken in. Now whirling Markham. It looks like he's a little bit short, just by about the length of the football. Decision time coming up. It's 4th down.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Pats extend the lead to 24-0. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. They'll go play action with Stroud. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. The incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. And that was shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll go. It's Stroud. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
Five. Crazy. Crazy, son. Hit him. Hey, go.
Carry now for Loudon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, New England.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A run up the middle with Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third and long, here's May. This one off the floor. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Torpedo! Crazy! Crazy! I hear you, sir. Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy! Five.
They'll go. Here's May. That one. Hey, Sean Gucci. Touchdown, New England. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Whoa! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. The only burst is in the clouds. Slowed up, just a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. On 1st and 10, it's Cook, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through, shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Moving outside the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It is 2nd and 9.
Crazy.
To throw now, May. Forced out wide, and it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Third down, they need 5.
Five. Here goes Tourney. Crazy, what's crazy. Five. Crazy.
Throwing now is May. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
Crazy. Five.
They're going. It's May. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback. And it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
That's caught outside. It's complete. 15 yards through the air. 1st down for Houston.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Crazy. What's that? Eddie, what's that? Five. Crazy. Five.
Maynard on 1st and 10. Forced out wide. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Crazy. Yeah, you're here. Go. Eddie, what's that? Crazy. Five. Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Crazy.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. Hit by the rookie out of Ohio State. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Second and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
On first and 10, here's May. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, here's May. On a man left side, it's caught. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is May. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. On first and 10, here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Schultz, the motion man. On second down, Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Good work as the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. Past midfield.
Choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. On second down, it's May. He's going to take a shot down the field. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. To throw is May. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Oh, the ball's out. The Texans have it.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going for it on 4th down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive, but great job here by the defense coming away with the stop, and now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He'll air one out for Higgins. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's Cook. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now, May. He'll find his running back, Cook. He's into space past the 25. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And it will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Patriots. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. Let's get right back to work for the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep
this song.